Hello again, it's me, Milton, Little Milto channel. Right, we've done the DCD797. We took that to bits. So now we've got to take the DCD796 to bits and pieces, which is this one. This also has this pin inside the chuck, which means if you have to replace the chuck, you have to replace the clutch, gearbox and switch. Speed selector if you like. Right, first thing, might as well push it into first. It doesn't matter where this is setting up here, right, because you're going to be altering these. Right, now what you're going to need is, you're going to need a thin, long T10. Now, you could T10, star drive, Torax, whatever you want. Use a set like these that has got a T10 in it, which is very handy to have, which is probably what you'll use. Or like a screwdriver type attachment like this, which was a bit like this one, but it broke, so we can't use that. Or something like these, which is from Way and is rather expensive. I did the price on that one when I did the other video on the DCD77. Yes, £17, but I'm not finished. I also, just in case, bought an extra long one again, which cost me £22. Yeah, just for one of them. This Milwaukee set here, which I'll give you the number for, also has a long T10, which is this one here, and it fits. Why do we need a long T10? Because Dewalt have buried this screw, this one here, all the way inside. Cool, brilliant idea. But if you haven't got any of the above and all you have is one of these little short 25 T10s, you could, by quite simply, now simply, yeah, my butt end I suppose. Right, up to daisy, it's not quite right in place. My fault. Just got a readjustment there, right? And what you do is, you push it very hard in there and turn it. But I came up with another idea. What you might be better off doing, which my little pokey steam cancer here will do, is try getting a file and filing away some round here. If you're good with a grinder, you could grind round there and actually thin down the material round here, right? So it would fit better. Because if you haven't got one of these, you're not going any further. You're not getting this to bits. You may think this video is going to be the same as the one I did on the DCD777. No, because this comes to bits different. This doesn't have PH1 screws up inside here. It has Torax bits. And I use this thing here to dismantle. So why are we doing this? I'm just trying to show people, because what they're going to want to know is how to do this to the drill. And people want specific drills. So that means I have to do this 3 times. Well, that's it, 4th time, because I'm doing the Dewalt as well. Not the Dewalt, the Bosch, sorry. And I'm also doing the DCD996, which last night nobody corrected me on it. I said it was the 776. There isn't a 776 as far as I know. It's 996. That one's going to have to get done as well. And that'll be different. So, what other tools do we actually need? Well, apart from removing the belt clip with the PH1 screw, which is done, which is here. We'll put that there. This Milwaukee set, I'll give you the number for that now. This is what it's listed at on Amazon, right? Milwaukee, by the way I spelled Milwaukee wrong to start with. I spelled it with a U. It sounded like Milwaukee. I probably wondered about that one. Okay, Milwaukee 49324309006. Shockwave, impact driver, bit set, 48 pieces, in brackets. Red. Price. I said I picked mine up for £19. That's that there. £22.95. And that cost me £22, the extra long one. And that's all I got for away. Yeah, I should have just kept with that. But I didn't know it had the T10 in it. Anyway, that's that. We'll keep that. We'll kind of leave this maybe over here a bit so we can see it maybe a bit better. That's what you're looking for. Right. We need that to put screws in. So, how do we proceed? Well, first of all, I'm going to use this, and I'll have to get my extension bar out as well, because I'll need that later on. Come here, you. So, as I said, this is a whole thing and it costs money. The reason is, if you do it yourself, you save money. The problem is, how much are these units? When I get it out, I'll tell you. Right, so we go in, and as I said, if you don't get this screw out here, we'll just turn a 45. If you don't get this screw out, there is no point going on any further if you can't get this one out. Right, tip it out. Then, put it in there. Check in to make sure that up through the line, that all the screws are the same length. Because if you don't, and you have one that's shorter or longer, and you put it in the wrong hole, and you can see I'm not exactly checking, I'm just going through the motions, because they're all looking the same size anyway, right? And remember, watch out for hidden screws, like underneath. I'll show you underneath in here, but there is none in this one, so you're okay. Right, a bit tight, that one, and the last one. Right, that's that one done. Now, we've now got to remove the screws, with that there, from this assembly up here. Now, how do you do that? Well, before I pop this into place, I'll show you. Now, what Dewalt did was, and I did notice this to start with, Dewalt actually put a little nick on the selector here. Right, it's got a little cutout. You line that cut up out, and I found out last night, if you don't, it makes the job harder, right? So when you line it up, it means this now is sitting more in parallel with it. You see? Now you can see why I used a bit longer, because the little chuck on the end here wouldn't get in. Now these you might have to turn torque settings up if you're using a driver. No, they're coming. A bit long, alright? It's out. And believe it or not, I don't believe this, I'm not going to go for it. I'm just going to put them there. They might be different. They'll look the same, right? You then turn this round, just like so, to the next one on here. And out. Right. Alright, pop that in there. We then turn this over, spin this round to the next cutout there, and we take this one out. All this because Dewalt tried to make more money. Oh, what's going on the way around this way? There we are. Oh god, that's a bit stiff. Right, what are we on with that? It's on hammer action. Because this is actually a combi. There we go. Now, you could say, well, why didn't we? Oh, believe it or not, I've messed up. We've put the screws in there. Mind you, I know which ones they are. They are the same, I'll make sure. Anyway, we'll leave them there just in case. Now, because you can't pull this, well you can, this bit is coming out. I'm quite stunned. But, we're still going to have to take it apart. Yeah. Now, so how do we do that? Well, because we've got to check this. You guys might be using one of these to take the screws out, okay? Now, we're going to have to split. Oh, yeah, don't have to hit this hard. This whole thing's dropping to bits and pieces. Wow, cool. Come on, off you come. Oh, I know what. The one thing I forgot. Of course, it's a brushed motor. The seam here hasn't been cut. That was something I forgot about. Right, take your Stanley knife and cut up where the actual separation part is on there, or peel the whole damn thing off if you want. I'm not particularly bothered, you can do it any way you want. There you go. Clamshell is now apart. Okay? Right, at this point, this is when you get your phone and you take a picture of the whole thing here, now. Like so. Except the other way around, I'll show you. Like this, I mean. Take a photograph of all of this. Because if it goes wrong and you mess up and it all falls to little bits and pieces, oh yeah, your speed selector should have been on speed. The left and right should have been on lock, right? It doesn't have to be, but it might be better. Right, so how do we get this out? Well, this one's basically falling out, right? Normally you have to lift this up a bit and turn it anti-clockwise towards you, but this is coming out. This is actually better than the DCD796. Whoops, daisy. Right? Now, this here is the one bit we're after. Yes. There's my pokey thing again. Right. Because we can't replace the chuck, it means we have to buy this whole unit. So how much? When you get in touch with your either Dewalt dealer or Dewalt themselves, these are going to cost you between 80 to 50 pounds. Yes, and if you get the shop to fit it, they're going to charge you another 20 pounds or 15 pounds on top of this to actually do this. Now I reckon roughly 15 minutes you should be able to do this if you've got the right equipment. But by me talking here, showing you how to do it, it means it slows it down. But so what? I mean, anything for me people, my audience, and you guys out there that are going to have problems, right? So, I will say this though, if say the clutch assembly is broken, then it wouldn't matter because you would be buying anyway this whole bit here. But because Dewalt have put a pin in there and you can't get that pin out of there, it ain't coming out. I've tried drilling it, it's not coming, it's hardened steel, it's staying in. You have to buy all this. And if the gearbox is goosed and your selector's goosed, well, it wouldn't matter because they all come as a unit. The last thing you want to be doing is playing about in there. I know that Canadian bloke, he went in there and he was playing about with it, and once or twice says he's went wrong, and he'll tell you that. He says, you get them gears in there in the wrong order or not put something back in the right place, it ain't gonna work. Then you got to strip it all down and start again. Now that's fair. If the gearbox is goosed and the clutch selector's goosed, yes, I agree. Changing that piece here is fine. Yeah, I can accept that. That might cost you, say, £40 or £35 or something, I don't know. But the whole assembly now is through the roof in the price. All because the chuck is goosed. You can't really go onto Fleabay and buy one off of there and think, oh, I'll just take that drill to bits and put that onto it. That isn't going to work because you don't know what you're buying. You could find that if your gearbox was goosed and you buy one off Fleabay, you could find that the chuck is knacked. But you can't change the chucks over. You can't interchange. You're goosed. Anyway, so, right. So let's imagine then, we've sent off, it's arrived. Which, if you're a one-man band or just a guy that's got one drill, you're kind of goosed because your drill's out of commission. So, and you've got to wait maybe 3 days for it to be delivered. So, a lot of downtime. All this because you can't change the chuck over. So, how do we reassemble this? Now, let's check something, yeah. Now, last night I noticed, inside here, I'll show you actually inside this just now, talk you through this. Inside here, there's a tiny little spring inside there, which is for the speed selector. Right? So, be careful of that one. Now we'll lift this up and I'll give you a look at it. Here is your brushless motor. Ow. Don't play around with it if you don't know what you're doing. That's for that nice Canadian bloke, lives in Canada, speaks French. Right? He does all this, he plays about with all these and strips them down. Don't you start doing this, because if you muck this up, as far as I know, right, it's not just the motor you're going to have to get, it's all this stuff down here as well. In other words, your drill's written off. I mean, you more or less writing it off with this. I mean, this drill here cost me £70, and if it's got to cost me £70 or £80 just to buy a new assembly like this, might as well write the damn thing off. But, well, who knows, wait and see. So anyway, here's your switch here, right? You've got all these little bits in here, and what Dewalt started doing is they're covering them in this white stuff to keep water and water from getting in here. Can't see that big word. And also, when reassembly comes place, make sure this is in place. You can get caught out with this quite a lot. And down here, make sure that this is seated correctly as well, the light, because the wires for that are usually thin, but you should have no problem with it. Okay then, so how do we reassemble then? Fine, I'll have to do it for this way around. I'll try and let you see some way to come in. Right, where is it? There it is. Right. Obviously, we're going to have to slide this in at a slight angle to start with by lifting the motor back up again, right? Making sure that it goes in correctly, which it does seem to be. Speed control in place, right? As I said, this is slightly different for the DCD796, right? That's a bit too far back now, that. Yeah, the assembly on this is slightly different. Right. Yeah, it's back in place. a bit jiggery pokery and playing about with it to get it in place. It's not too hard and it should just clip in. You don't have to beat the living daylights out with a hammer. Normally when I'm splitting the clamshell apart, I give it a quick dunk and it falls apart. This came out to bits, no problem, right? So we're making sure that this is okay. We then take this part of the clamshell. Oh, one more thing. Because this is a new drill, if it's an old drill and it's been used a lot and you've got a lot of dirt and everything inside and you'd like to get it out and you want to see a video on this, I will make a video if enough people down below say, yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that, how to actually do it and do it good, so it makes it look nice and clean and everything. So fine, if you want that, I'll do it. Now, I have made videos on this, but not very successful. Right, popping this thing back together, the clamshell. Right, get it and wiggle it about a bit. For some unknown reason, yeah, we're going to, that's it, it's in. Now, as I said, this clamshell is a little bit different. There it goes, it's into place, right? So, now, how are we going to do this first of all? Well, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put some of the screws in here first and check it, make sure the damn thing spins. Okay? So, let's tip some of these screws out, so I know which ones are the other ones. Because we've got machine screws. That's a machine screw, and that looks like a machine screw. No, that one there does. Anyway, don't matter. Right, we've got this one here. Right, we'll take our little thing here. I will get rid of the extension bar. I don't need that for this job. Right, in fact, I've got a better idea. With babies now, leave that in there, and use a slightly shorter one. Yeah. Now, what you're going to have to do is, you're going to have to get this thing into place. He's doing it again. Because it seems to be falling out. Right? And like so. Right? Oh, and it was on 5. Turn it down 1 torque setting. Why? Uh-oh. Now, there's no problem here. Yeah, as I said, there's always something that goes wrong. We're not in place right with the selector here. Okay, back to bits again. Here we go. What's went wrong? Let's check that. As I said, slightly different to the other drill. So if you think 2 videos are the same, no they're not. We got a problem, Houston. Right, why is this thing not going into place correctly? I know why. Speed selector has come undone. It's fell out its little switch. Yeah, it's in now. Right, it should be in there now. Quite amazing that it's still powered now. You see the light coming on. Right, let's try that again. See what I mean? As I said, I've never had this to bits before. Watch it. The left and right selector can move. Now why? That's it, it's in there. This is back up onto here. I'll just check that selector. Yeah, selector's moving now, so that's okay. So we get our screw, we pop it in. I'll go on a different one this time. Right, we're back on 4, that's okay. Right. Slightly holding it. We want one of these. We'll pop these into place. Right, I might have to pop one actually in on there to hold it. Right, yeah, I'm gonna have to put 1 screw into this here, right, to hold it, because it's not holding it. And if you try changing this out, which screw? Turn it round, because we must have one at it. Yeah, we have this one here. Right. There we are. Right. Now the reason why I've done this is to check it. I'm not going any further until I give this a quick check up. Right? Alright, put you onto there. Check me sure everything's working. Battery. Bit loose at the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, that's working. Okay, so we can go ahead now and we can assemble. Right, the rest of it. I'll put the screws in round here first because it's easier. Alright. Now, remember, turn, okay, you fall over, this, so that you've got that little notch on there, right? Right, so that one done. Ooh, spin this round to the next one, right, done. The screws are all the same. Come on, get in. And I said, this actually helps line up, ready for the screws. There we are. Come on. Right. I'll just check that measure's tight enough. Yeah, no movement there. Go ahead and put the rest of the screws in. No? Oh, not with this bit. We'll use the other short bit. It's all the same when you try to show people things. It never goes quite right. But that's part of the fun. Learn by my mistakes. Right. Yeah. And I'll just check this down here, make sure it's in place. Always make sure that the bottom bit down here, this bit here, is in place correctly, because if you don't, you'll get problems with it and it'll jam up. And of course the first screw we took out is the last screw to go in, which is always the hardest. Sometimes it just doesn't want to go into that little hole. Right. There we are. Right, now we're good to go. Now we'll give a quick run up, see what we've got, make sure our new thing works. Right, so we know clutch systems work, right, works in reverse, right, that's no problem, that's back to normal, that's okay, that's good to go. Does it drill? Turning it round to drill mode, right, yeah, that works. Hammer mode, yeah, that works. So now we have a fully working, functioning drill. Oh, light switch. Does the light switch work? Yeah. I didn't show you the light working because it's a bit bright on this drill, as you guys probably know. So there you have. That is it. That's how to actually change this whole system over. I wouldn't try pulling it out without splitting the drill in half. You might be able to do it, but I don't think so. That is how I'm doing it, and this is how I recommend you do it, and probably that's how the professionals will do it. Okay then. So as I said, it's a completely different video in a way for the DCD797. Right. Anyway, so there you have that. Next on the list, tonight, this is day, tonight, once I get this one edited up and everything, I'll try and get it uploaded tonight at the same time, because I've actually put up now the video I made on this one last night. That one's actually up now, you see. But this one, I'm going to try getting it up as soon as possible. And the next one that we'll be doing, oh, I'll put the belt clip back on. Might as well just do the job right. Let's put the belt clip on. Where's my screwdriver? Oh, too many tools. So you can tell I'm a messy worker. Oh, there it is, right? And as I said, that's when your PH1 screwdriver comes into place, right? Once that's done, on it goes, no problem at all. And your drill is back to normal again. But as I say, if the wall hadn't put the stupid pin in place, all you would have had to then just change the chuck over if it was a chuck. But admittedly, if the gearbox was ghost, you would have had to have done what I've done. But you wouldn't need a chuck. You'd be taking the chuck off that one and putting it back on. To me, it's just DeWalt making money. So anyway, the next one I'll be getting done is a DCD796. This has got to be different, I can guarantee you that. And I reckon, we're going to see that. Is it thorax screws in there, is it? Actually, I think this has bigger screws. I don't think they're 10s. These are bigger. The 10s here. Yeah, looks like we could be trying to find bigger thorax bits to take this off. Or a slot heady screwdriver. Nice. Anyway, let's go to the next one. And on this one here, right, which is my son's, this isn't mine, this is my son's. He doesn't know yet I'm going to strip it apart, so don't tell him. Just make sure you don't tell them, okay? I want to see how the electronic clutch works on it. I reckon that's going to be fun. Anyway, thanks for watching. My name's Milton. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe. I'm easy going about things. And as I say, there got to be 3 of these videos, well 4, because I've got to do the Bosch as well up there, because that has a pin in it as well. They started this carry on. Okay then. Bye now. Thanks for watching.